Heyo, welcome to Omnibros Live during the day. That's right. We're not vampires. We walk out during the day, touch grass, see the sun. Although it looks like I'm in a dark basement, which I am. Lou's got the sun shining in his background.
I know.
How you doing, buddy?
It's good, man. It's everything's good. Everything is good. It's geez, I almost said Sunday. We were talking about Sunday. It is a wonderful Wednesday afternoon, 4:30 here. So if you're tuning in, you're probably about to get out of work or leaving work or picking up the kids, or you're on your lunch break. So we're kind of the midday radio show, you know. So welcome to Willie and the Wombat.
Willie and the Wombat.
You're-
Ooga. Morning zoo.
Well, you were a big talk radio guy. Just like I don't know what my deal was, but as a kid, I actually liked listening to talk radio with my parents. So you remember what that was like in the '90s and the 2000s? It was very risque compared to now.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if there's radio on anymore. I have satellite radio, and I used to listen to Howard Stern
Hmm.
all the time. Here in Washington, I'd listen to Howard Stern in the morning, and then I'd
Yeah,
listen to Don and Mike in the afternoons. They were local. I don't think they were syndicated. They were funny.
yeah.
But I kept listening to Howard Stern when he went to Sirius. But I grew up. My dad was a talk show and a radio show and TV show host in the Monterey Bay area, and
Yeah.
so I grew up listening to talk shows. So yeah, I never listened to the as interesting as he sounded. Art Bell. I never actually listened to him.
I loved Art Bell.
But didn't he come on at like midnight and the signal was like 50,000 watts from the middle of nowhere and he broadcast all over the place?
Yeah. Dude, so Art Bell, I would never. Art Bell would be the show that I would catch if I had stayed up a little bit too late or if I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep. Because his show for me, I think it was broadcasted around midnight, something crazy like that. Midnight's like 3 a.m. or something like that. So most of the time, what I would catch, it would be very sparingly. But I still remember my lineup because I was weird as a kid. I had a lineup of talk radio that I would listen to. I would have in the morning it would be Howard Stern, and it was the radio station. I still remember it was Real Radio 104.1, and it
This
was
is
Howard.
Florida?
This is Florida.
Okay.
It would be Howard Stern in the morning till about 11, unless Howard goes a little bit over. And
Yeah.
for Howard, they were,
Which he always did.
which he always did. And
Yeah.
for Howard, it was, yeah, it's Howard. Let him go over, fine. And then it was Monsters in the morning, or Monsters of the midday at the time. Yeah. And then it was Phillips File at 3 o'clock. And then at 7 was Drew Garabo. A lot of those guys are either retired right now. The Monsters are still there. They're still doing the morning show, but they're tame compared to what they used to be. Nobody can fill that 7 o'clock slot anymore from Real Radio, apparently. And what's his name? The 3 o'clock show is something else now, but regardless, talk radio has completely changed. I'm surprised talk radio stations are still around and people still pay money to have those.
I don't know. I feel like AM, that's where AM radio is for here in the States for talk shows. I don't even know if I mean, all I listen to is Sirius XM, so I don't really know what's still available on the FM and AM dial.
Mm-hmm.
But let me thank Mr. Tex for the super chat. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you, Mr. Tex. That was at noon. So
is today your birthday? Because I know your daughter's is Sunday.
My daughter's is Sunday and mine's tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And
that's close. Wow.
Jesse, yeah, you were. Jesse Saywet checked in at 8:45. Munin loved the early stream, but it was at 9:18. I don't even know if Munin is still around.
Sorry, buddy.
NFL dude thought it was lunchtime with the Omnibros when it was 2:30, and then I changed it to 4:30. So we're lucky we get anybody.
It's still lunchtime if you're on the West Coast.
Well, that's true.
It's lunchtime now.
Lucas here. Heyo. James celebrating. True Graphic, our Canadian buddy. Loving all this Jess and Lou content week.
Thank you.
It's the Jess and Lou Hour brought to you by InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 30% up to 80% sometimes in the red tag sale. A lot of good deals, 50% off this week. Don't forget your loyalty discount adds 2% to that. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the U.S. Every month, we give away a $50 gift card courtesy of IST worth $50 of credit at InStockTrades.com. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging at KIST.com. No, it's just IST.com. .com. Right on.
Yeah, talk radio. It was a staple for years, but it seems like with the advent of podcast and streaming, I'm surprised that even these stations are still around. And AM seems mostly for like fogies and older people, right?
Oh, hey, take it easy there. Don't shots fired. Don't be roping me in.
Who really listens to AM at this point?
I don't even know. Do I even have an AM radio in my car? I don't know. I have a CD player and Sirius XM. I'll be honest. I've had my car 8 years, and I still don't know how to work some of the things in it. There are buttons that I'm afraid are like an ejector seat that I'm too afraid to use.
I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I have had my car going on almost 10 years now. And like I said before, I'm riding that thing into the ground because it's paid off now.
Yeah.
And I have buttons. I'm like, what does that do? That's fine. My car is working just fine.
I know. The battery died a couple of years ago, and the guy came out. I had AAA, so the guy came out to replace the battery, and he said, and I have a push button car for the first time, and I don't trust those, but I have it because I have a key fob, and you push the button. I don't like it. I'd rather turn it over, but that's what it is. And the car was quiet, and he said, "Okay, don't turn it all the way on. Just turn the power on." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, just hit your ignition so that it turns the power on, so I can check the battery. And I go, I don't know how to do that. I know the exact thought that was running through his head, like, you are a stupid idiot. You do not even know. I mean, I didn't know you just like touch the button and that turns the power on so you can like listen to the radio. You know, on an ignition, you turn it once and that turns the power on, and then you turn it again and that turns the car on. But like push button, I didn't know that. I still don't know how to work my headlights properly. There's like 8 different settings.
My wife has a push button car, and the key fob has been kind of funny with it. So sometimes she'll push it, she'll press the button, and it doesn't register the key fob necessarily. So it's been a pain in the ass. I hate key fobs. I don't like them at all. I'd rather just get a standard key and crank it and know that it's gonna go. I don't have an issue with that. That's why look, I'm old school. I would prefer. I don't need a Tesla. I don't need an electric car. Okay, give me a gas guzzling truck that is harmful to the environment, and I would be just perfectly fine.
But you go to Chick-fil-A in.
Yes, I'm perfect. I am perfectly fine. Give me a gas guzzling SUV that I know is reliable versus a death trap Tesla where I can get locked inside of it and it catches on fire.
And it drives itself.
No, fuck that. No, the self-driving thing. No. I'm good. If I were to do self-driving, these people that they're like, oh yeah, I fall asleep behind the wheel on the highway and it's self-driving. You must be out your mind. No,
never for me. Oh, whoops! I gotta turn off Facebook. Just a sec. Okay. And we have friend of the show, Manga Geekdom, AM radio person here. Yes, people still listen to it. There are more than 6,000 AM stations in the U.S. What's that little eye monster? Oh, eyes with hands? Hands with eyes?
Well, he would know. Gio would know. He works at a radio station. So
he is a media personality, yes.
Absolutely.
And he, when he turns it on, he is a very smooth announcer.
Oh my God, his voice when he turns it on, like that radio voice, is smooth like silk. It's amazing. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. And it's not lunchtime, but Samantha Jane's checking in. It's breakfast time where she is. How's it going, Samantha? I need to message you to see if you're still interested in doing that unboxing of all those toys you got in Hong Kong. Samantha is a world traveler. She went to Hong Kong and she showed pics on her Instagram. I may have told you, or I can't think of who I told, but there's like this, I don't even know how to describe it. In Hong Kong, there's this entire building of nothing but every possible kind of toy that is in existence. From like, she went there for Marvel Legends, but she could have picked something else up. There was like anime, all kinds of anime toys and huge robots and Godzillas and everything. It was like 6 floors of toys.
Cool.
Yeah, which really sounds interesting to me. So, Elon, how do I file a complaint with upper and middle management? It's 8:45 p.m. here. In my house, there's upper management, junior management, and then employee. I can take it up with upper management, but this was actually this didn't have anything to do with any managements. This was just goofing around with Lou because of his schedule's different this week.
Yeah. We will be back to a normal schedule next week. Just I have the week off, so it's kind of a little bit weird right now. But we've discussed behind the scenes moving some things around, just because I think it'll work better. I have a question. Because it is almost 5 o'clock, we've got fans out there. They might be listening in the car right now to William the Wombat.
You midday monsters.
So, because do we have a responsibility to clean up? Because there might be kids present in the car.
Clean up our language?
Clean up our language. There might be kids present in the car.
I keep my channel very I try not to swear. This is the channel where I actually swear. So yeah, I mean, we can clean up because I usually keep it clean on my channel. Okay. But I dropped the F-bomb here.
Oh, that's what I'm wondering. Is there a responsibility from us? Because there's probably somebody out there that's picking up their little tykes, their little ones.
You think they're listening to us?
You never know. You don't know what our fans are doing behind the scenes.
That's true.
Most likely, they're probably in the bathroom, probably sitting on the toilet or something at this time, or they're picking up their kids. It could be one of a number of different things. I don't want to be responsible for Jesse Say What or for Hayden or Javier. They've got their kids in the backseat of the car or however, and then they just go, what is that?
What's that word, Daddy? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm with you. Hayden, wow, Hayden ladling on the charm. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you. Nice comment. Thank you. Let's see. Lucas says, I almost fall asleep while I'm the one driving. I'd be passed out all the time if I had self-driving. I don't trust it at all. And no, you're okay. Everything's fine. We just started off here. True Graphic. This is Godzilla versus Kong, the new Empire. what movie is this? Is this
this is the
Universe
new,
of Kong Island or something?
yeah, this is the new one. This is the one where they're the whole big thing is they look like they're doing a Marvel superhero team up, because in the trailer they're running and it's got it looks dumb. It
Who's
looks
running?
dumb.
Godzilla's running?
Godzilla and King Kong are running and something's falling behind them and it looks incredibly dumb. But guess what? I am all in. I own all the movies. I've seen them. I'm all in, but I probably won't be going this weekend to see it. But it legit, it looks like so that particular scene looks like when Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed are running on the beach. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It looks almost exactly like that. I swear.
Wonder if it's an homage.
I don't know. All they need is like the little shirts. You remember you were around, so you remember how popular those shirts were? They didn't go all the way down. They kind of showed the belly button.
I never wore those, but yeah, they cut off at like between your chest and belly button.
Bingo. That's it was very popular in the 80s.
Along with mullets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know any Kong Island movies. I mean, I'm not opposed to them. I thought Godzilla -1 was maybe one of the best movies I've ever seen. The way that movie was set up, I thought it was really, really good. Oh, please hit the like button, chatters. Pretty please. Is that a pink poop emoji?
Yes, that.
I don't like that emoji, and I didn't know it came in different colors. But Manga Geekdom, it's your world, baby. Oh, and here's James with Samantha's Instagram. Yeah.
Jesus, James, you're good with that.
Yeah, he really is. Almost done with work, says Booster Green. Booster Green? Wait, I think that's Real Big Cohen with his Australian Newfoundland Beagle Dog Hound or whatever it is.
He's adorable. Or she, I can't tell what it is, but that dog's adorable.
I feel that's Real Big Cohen. What's with the Booster Green change all of a sudden? Are you getting doxxed like Cycle Cleveland was getting doxxed? Hayden asked, Jessica got asked, did you pick up the final hardcover of Stephanie's Harley? Is that Who Killed Harley Quinn? I think it's in my basket right now. Let me see. Oh, there's too many in my basket. Let's see. Superman. Yeah. Who Killed Harley Quinn? It is in my basket, Hayden. So yes. I have it. It's not in my house yet. Javier, spring cleaning my room and rereading Black Clover in between.
Nice.
Is that a popular manga?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty popular.
Rosie, thanks for the content. Another round of DC Finest Books announced today. What does everyone think? I only know what okay, wait. I saw that there was a Legion one. Legion of Superheroes. It looked like it was the Marv Wolfman era. I just closed Facebook, but what other ones were announced, Rosie? I don't think I saw it on anything but the Legion of Superheroes. Here's Leslie Ann. How's it going, Leslie Ann?
Yeah, somebody in the chat, man. Somebody put those in there.
Yeah, let us know what the books are. NFL dude. Oh, good, you're back. There's a theater chain called Reading Cinema selling gimmick popcorn buckets for Godzilla Kong that have a lid that looked like a rolling tray. A rolling tray. You mean like a rolling tray? Have a lid that looks like a rolling tray.
It's not as cool as the Dune popcorn bucket that everybody.
Wow, that thing went viral almost in 2 seconds. Wow.
They knew what they were doing with that.
Did they? I don't know.
They knew. Come on. Kids in the car. Kids in the car.
Kids in the car. Keep it PG. Hayden says, if the chat gets the video to 1 million likes, I'll post another Omnibros thirst trap in Jess's Discord. There's a whole bunkmaster thirst trap photos section in my Discord somehow. F-bomb equals FOMO. That's right, Manga Geekdom. Manga Geekdom, why don't I send you the link and just pretend? That would be great if you could have us on the show in the background and we could see you at work and you're talking in that really fast Puerto Rican Spanish that I've heard before. Radio, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Midday IST gift card. Sorry, Rising. We already gave it out this month.
Yeah, we gave it out 2 weeks ago. I think we did it early this month.
Yeah, and I need to get the name of the person. I need to go to our email after this to get the name of the person. Here's a relevant question. How's the honeydew list, Lou?
It's going. It is never. It's a rotating list. How about that? It is a rotating thing of things coming in and out of it. So once I get something done, I'm like, oh, okay, this has got to get done now too. So that's part of the gig, right?
Yeah, it is part of the gig. In my mid-50s and still can't swear in public.
Really? Oh, we let it fly. But I live in Miami. Miami's a very out there city.
I don't know that I would in public. Now, if it's just you should hear when the three of us, upper management, junior management, and the employee, when we're watching a Rams football game and something doesn't go our way, the air is blue with the worst swear words. And even Patty, I don't know what our neighbor thinks because we are just yelling it out.
It could be worse. You could be a Cowboys fan.
That is true.
Every season they break out the jorts and they go, it's going to be our year. This is the year, and it's never their year.
No. Yeah. Sorry, Booster Green. I actually paid money for that Rat Queens Omnibus, so I had to buy it. I did an overview that dropped earlier today, and Booster was asking for it, but this is a book I bought with my own dosh. You are in my earbuds as I pack lunches. Swear away. Just because you were within visual eye range.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Forget Coco Melon and Kids Bop. Kids love Omnibros. Do they though?
I kind of feel like we skew towards the Marvel Masterworks audience.
Can confirm y'all are in my earbuds. Let the inner sailor loose. I've changed my screen name to not include my name anymore. Okay, peace and love. We will respect that. I'll make sure that I don't say your name, but I do recognize that beautiful doggy picture.
Oh,
here's a good question from a Howard Stern fan. Who is your guy's favorite Whack Pack member?
Jeez, who's on the Whack Pack? It's been so long since I.
Well, all of my favorites have passed away. My favorite was Eric the Actor.
I don't remember
that. I loved Eric the Actor, and he passed away 10 years ago, 2014.
I was too young. I don't remember who the Whack Pack are.
Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah, I know Beetlejuice. Yeah.
And I think Tan Mom and Eric, High Pitch Eric, I think he's still alive, and Jeff the Drunk, I think he's still alive. I don't know how, but I think he's still alive.
It's amazing. Some of those guys that were on that show, man. It's amazing that they're still around. Honestly.
When the Whack Pack was at full strength, it was crazy.
Yeah, Artie lost a nose.
I know. Well, he was a staff. I mean, he was a personality, but yeah, that's the only Joe Rogan that I've ever watched was when you sent me the interview with Artie Lang, and they wouldn't give him a new nose until he was clean and sober for like 6 months or a year.
Ooh.
I mean, his nose was all mushed away from his face.
Yeah, because he snorted, and when he snorted a line, it had broken glass in it. Ooh.
Yeah, he was snorting heroin. Ooh. Omnibros viewers let their kids watch Omnibros after dark. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
There's one clip where Kong gets on Godzilla's back and uses him like a horse, and it's so freaking good.
Look, you know what you're getting into in these movies. Okay? I'm so sick and tired of these highbrow critics going into these movies and going, the plot didn't really make sense, and there was no deeper meaning to anything, and it didn't appeal to me, and blah, 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 blah. It's Godzilla versus Kong. It's a giant radioactive friggin' lizard. I'm saying friggin' because kids in the car.
Sure.
And versus a giant monkey. All right? Sometimes you're gonna get brilliant things that are thought-provoking, like Godzilla -1. Other times, you're gonna get a freaking monkey fighting a giant lizard in the middle of New York. What can I tell you? What can I tell you?
To give you an idea how dumb the movie will be, it's written by a guy who co-wrote the whole Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and a guy who wrote Fant Four Stick. What is that?
That was the Fantastic Four movie, the last one that they did with Michael B. Jordan, where he played Johnny Storm, and then it was not good.
Oh, I didn't see that. You guys warned me away from it.
Good for you. Good for you. I did. I have seen. I'm a glutton for punishment, so I have seen all these horrible superhero movies, with the exception of Black Widow. But that train's coming. I know I'm gonna have to bite that bullet eventually.
Oh, Crackhead Bob and
Black Widow.
What? Crackhead Bob passed away. Sour Shoes is so great.
Not Black Widow. Madam Web. Madam Web.
Oh yeah, I still need to see Madam Web.
No, you don't.
I might buy that.
No, you don't. Don't do that. It's available for rent. I think it went to theaters, and 2 weeks later it was available to rent. Even they knew this is not good. This is not good. Morbius seemed like a better movie. Morbius is horrible, but I saw it on a Twitch stream, and I had a great time watching it. So,
let's see. James has the books for us. DC Finest, Justice League of America, The Bridge Between Earths, Green Lantern, The Defeat of Green Lantern, Justice Society of America for America and Democracy, Legion of Superheroes, and Events 0 Hour Part 1. Who asked for that?
What is Events 0 Hour Part 1?
They must have an events section, and they're putting 0 Hour Part 1. I am a really crazy DC fan, and I didn't dig 0 Hour.
Huh.
AS is here. What up? Rosie, how do you join your Discord? And there it is right there. Thank you, James. Rosie already joined. Right on. It's not even just Bunka anymore. There's Lou, Gabe, and Geothirst edits. Omni Talks Discord caters to all tastes.
Oh God.
Everyone should join the Discord. More people, more fun. Yeah, we do have fun in there, and it's very wholesome. It actually is. When am I getting a Hayden thirst trap? Alam, make your own. Give the fans what they want. No fans want that. Okay, you guys. Here's a good question from Samantha. What books are you guys reading right now?
Right now, I'm reading the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff that's been coming out by Jonathan Hickman. I'm reading, I think.
Go ahead. I have an answer to a question, but go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm reading the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff by Jonathan Hickman. I'm reading the Transformers stuff by Daniel Warren Johnson, which is really good. Basically, all that Image, Transformers, G.I. Joe stuff has been very good. I've been reading that. As far as pros go, I'm currently trying to make my way through Warbreaker for Brandon Sanderson. That's part of his larger universe and stuff like that he's got going on right now. But I'm about 300 pages into that, and then I'm going to jump into some other stuff pretty soon. So my reading backlog is very significant right now. It's huge.
I know Kane must be at work or else she'd be here. I know she's a big Brando Sando fan. I just got done with Ecstatics by Peter Milligan and Mike and Laura Allred. I just got done with that. And I just am starting now. I'm going to reread the back half of X of Swords, and then start on Reign of X, the anthology for X-Men. I just put up a video of all my reorganized X-Men books from Peter, and Freddie, and apparently I put some books in the wrong order. Freddie already corrected me on it, so I pinned his comment. And I corrected the order, but because I made a short video of what it all looked like. So now that those are all in order, I can now go. I'm going to plow through all of Krakoa, because I am actually really interested in it. And then I want to, alongside that, I'm not going to just do nothing but X-Men. I'm going to start my recent Batman stuff, which let's see. I need to start with Joker War.
Okay.
Which because Joker War and it's not Scarecrow. It's Fear Saga. Joker War and Fear Saga. You have to know those because Joker War, Harley Quinn bounces out of Joker War, so I got to read that to understand context and Harley Quinn.
Okay.
And then Fear Saga, I'm reading Batgirls, and that somehow Ghostmaker's in one of these things, and I think it's Fear Saga. I got to find out who Ghostmaker is and everything, so I've got a Batman read through that I'm going to do. I think I have them all in proper reading order. That'll be easy to get those in reading order. Not like 30 years of X-Men that I had to reorganize. And then I will get caught up on Superman, which is actually really easy.
So I have some thoughts on this real quick. My first thing is, once this is done, once everything in Krakoa is wrapped up, are you going to plan to keep going with all these titles? Because they're spinning out and we've got kind of an idea of what's coming next.
Oh, yeah.
Next year. Are you going to just keep going full hog and I'm picking up every single one of these titles? Or is it more, I'm really interested in the concept of Krakoa, so I'm sticking with this right now?
I don't actually know the answer to that yet.
Okay.
Because I see that there's really good writers for a bunch of the X books.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to wait to collect those, because Max and Freddie both keep up to date on the X-Men books and all Marvel books. So I'm going to wait to see what they tell me is really good, because they have pretty much the same taste that I do. In a ballpark, they're in the same ballpark. But I really dig the Krakoa era so far. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait to see afterwards. But I did find out that what's the book that was missing from the Ultimate Invasion? Or is it the Ultimate Invasion one shot?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I keep forgetting the name of it. But somebody mentioned in the previous videos comments, right? That it's going to be included in the trade paperbacks for all of the new Ultimate stuff, which is good that they are including that. But still, it kind of feels like you're missing something in that one. But hey, at the very least, they probably figure if you're buying this, you're going to be buying at the very least Ultimate Spider-Man. So we're going to throw that one in there.
It's funny that they put it in everything else, but not Ultimate Invasion, but at least it's going to get collected. I don't know how I'm going to collect all that either. Now that they're not doing oversized hardcovers, I would really hold out for oversized hardcovers, but maybe Omnibus 3 years from now. I certainly have enough reading material.
I don't know. So the new titles that they have announced so far, and this is just this is just a few of the few that are coming out. We've got Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone and David Marquez. We have that's solid. We have X-Men by Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman.
Whoa,
that's a good team. That Ryan Stegman's art alone in that is solid.
Jed McKay is a great writer.
And we have Exceptional X-Men by Eve L. Ewing and Carmen Carnero. Is she related? I'm assuming is she related to Al Ewing?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's a different person. Okay.
Yeah.
Eve L. Ewing and Carmen Carnero, and this is called From the Ashes: A New Beginning, Summer 2024.
Those are the only 3 X titles?
I believe those are the only 3 X titles. Just now, this is coming from Marvel.com. So, in the wake of their acclaimed Krakoan age, witness the X-Men's latest evolution this summer in X-Men From the Ashes. Just now at the Future of Marvel Comics X-Men and Digital Comics panel at South by Southwest, Editor-in-Chief C.B. Cebulski, who's that? I know him by Akira, and VP Executive Editor, he's never going to live that down in my eyes.
No way.
VP Executive Editor Tom Brevoort were joined by writers Jed McKay and Gail Simone to announce what's coming next for Marvel's line of X-Men comics. The new era of X-Men will be centered around 3 flagship titles written and drawn by some of today's most influential and acclaimed creators, Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman's X-Men, Gail Simone and David Marquez's Uncanny X-Men, and Eve L. Ewing and Carmen Carnero's Exceptional X-Men. Each series will offer different explorations of the mutant mythos as they take Marvel's Merry Mutants into bold and untrodden territory.
At South by Southwest, I thought that was isn't that a music festival?
It's more of a movies, yeah.
Oh, it's a pop culture thing now?
Yeah.
Has it always been?
It's been for a while.
Oh, okay.
I have descriptions here of the titles if you want to hear them.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Especially Gail Simone.
For X-Men, written by Jed McKay and art by Ryan Stegman, I'm going to assume this is probably the flagship title. This is X-Men. Krakoa is no more, but the X-Men fight on from their new base in Alaska. Why the fuck in Alaska?
Oh, what about the kids in the car? You just dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, sorry. Why the frug is in Alaska?
And you're the one that brought it up.
I know. Sorry. Earmuffs. The X-Men raise a flag of defiance, join Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, formerly Oya, don't know who that is, Magic, and Juggernaut as they assemble against new forces. Battling for the destiny and philosophy of the mutant species, mutant business is their business. It's not just those 3 titles in this relaunch. There's a lot, McKay shared, of course, because it's X-Men. There's going to be 20 titles before the summer is over. My X-Men title is where we will see the first inklings of what the X-Men will look like in 2024. I'm very excited for you guys to see it when it comes out. If you look at that lineup, there are a group of people who are not well suited to integrating into the world. And in these books, well, we'll see what that means and what it looks like going forward. Okay. Uncanny X-Men. Written by Gail Simone, art by David Marquez. I should probably state that Jed McKay's X-Men is on sale July 10th. Uncanny, the Gail Simone one is August 7th. Uncanny X-Men, Gail Simone. Outlaws, heroes once again. The X-Men embark on a new mission, making themselves at home in the Big Easy. The X-Men protect a world that hates and fears them. Join Rogue, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, and Wolverine on explosive superhero adventures. Uncanny as ever, the X-Men are back to saving the day mutant style. I think X-fans are special in what they identify with having something different about us, and you're going to feel that in this book, and what it means to have that thing about you that's different or exceptional. We go deep into the emotional part of that, Simone is told the crowd. David Marquez is the perfect artist for this book, she continued, and he does amazing action, amazing character work, and he's really excited about getting into the characters appearing in this book. I knew from the very first panel that this book was going to be super exciting and gorgeous. He just knows how to knock it out of the park. Not bad.
Okay, so the first team had magic. This team has rogue. So this next team better have Emma and Psylocke.
Well, let's find out. Oh, Jesus, this has a big explanation. Okay. Exceptional X-Men by Eve L. Ewing. Mutant Kind's two greatest teachers mold the next generation of X-Men. Kate Pryde, has returned home to Chicago following, I should probably not read this because you're reading stuff, having stepped away.
Oh, yeah, don't spoil anything, or I could just forget.
I'm trying not to.
Okay, I love Kitty Pryde, so that's good.
Having stepped away from the world of mutantdom, she is nevertheless called back into action as she crosses paths with a trio of new young mutants, Bronze, Axo, and Melee. Wow. Who clearly need training and guidance. Unfortunately for Kate, Emma Frost thinks so as well.
I'm happy. There they are. But wait, where's Psylocke?
Yeah. Psylocke was in the first title.
Oh, she was. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
X-Men was Psylocke, Beast, Magneto, Kid Omega, Magic, and Juggernaut. That's a good team. That's an interesting team, and drawn by Brian Stegman.
Yeah,
that's probably that's the one I'm most interested in. Right. Having stepped away from the world of mutant, okay. Longtime fans of Kitty Pryde can count on the kinds of adventures you expect from her as a classic favorite. While I hope new and old readers alike will get to love this all-new team of young mutants, Ewing shared. Kitty, the one-time kid sister figure of the X-Men, has to reckon with her own memories, good and bad, of being a child of Xavier, as she navigates a role as leader and mentor for a new generation of mutants who are trying to make their way in a time of crisis. I always try to strike a chord between appealing to veteran comic fans and new readers, but since so many people fall in love with the X-Men as teens, and this book is about a team of young folks, that feels especially important to me here, she continued. I hope that for some 13 or 14-year-old readers, this might be the first comic book they pick up. Working on this series has been a ton of fun already, as Carmen Carnero's art is bringing so much dynamism to these pages, and the entire X-Men team of writers is in a flurry sharing scripts and feedback and ideas, she added. The X-Men are fractured in the aftermath of the end of Krakoa, scattered across the globe without a central base of operation. Marvel Comics VP Executive Editor Tom Brevoort explained, what that means in practice is that all three titles carrying the name X-Men are core X-Men series. They all center around one of the major aspects of what the team has been about at different points. This is very much by design. We want to field a wide assessment of X titles with very different styles and tones and approaches on X-Men books for virtually any taste.
Okay. By the time I'm done with the Krakoa era, those books will be in omnibus format, like 3 years from now. So that's how I'll collect them.
Yeah, so we're getting a Deadpool book, right? He's got a movie coming out this summer. We're probably going to get a Deadpool Wolverine book before the summer is over. That's got to happen. I would be very shocked if within, when does that Deadpool movie come out? June, July? If within the next few months we don't get an announcement of a new Deadpool #1.
Well, I love Deadpool, so I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. Get what's his name? The dude that wrote Flintstones.
Mark Russell?
Get Mark Russell to do Deadpool.
Oh, that'd be so great.
That'd be fun.
Almost as good as a Garth Ennis My Little Pony.
Get Garth Ennis to do Deadpool.
Booster Green is reading Bouncer. How are you? I love Bouncer. I need to reread it. It's been a while since I read it. It's a great Western from humanoids. How are you liking it, Booster Green? D.H. McAdams, pretty interested in that Legion DC Finest book. Would love to see some Bronze Age gaps filled. Jesse Saywet is back. Some of those Legion archives are just too pricey. Lars says, hey, Lars, the only great thing with 0 Hour was Starman by James Robinson. Thank you for doing this disclaimer. The thirst traps are classy and tasteful. No funny business. That's right. My Discord is very wholesome.
Oh.
Ryan, how's it going? Good to see you. That is a long and winding road through Krakoa. Godspeed, Jess.
But here's the thing. He can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
You know? This is your Odyssey, you know? Think about it like
that. True Graphics in the middle of reading Berserk right now.
Oh my god. What's the name of the main character of the Odyssey? I always forgot. Homer wrote the book. I can't remember the name of the main character.
Odysseus.
Is it Odysseus?
I think it's Odysseus.
Okay, you are Odysseus, and this is your Odyssey right now.
Right.
You're just trying to make it home.
YP says, oh, Ghostmaker's introduced in Batman Volume 3 by Tiny Onion. I have only read the first 2 volumes of Batman by Tiny Onion. And at this point, I got to go back and I have the Omnibus I picked up. Okay,
well, you got to read it all because it's
Mythology, the first book, made our top 5. The Minister and me made our top 5 a couple years ago. You can also read Ghostmaker's origin story in Batman the Knight by Zdarsky. Oh yeah, that's right. I just did read it. That's right. That's Ghostmaker's origin story. I forgot about that, and I just read it 2 months ago.
I gotta get something from the dryer. I'll be right back.
Okay. AS is reading the Ultimate Singles, and then we'll upgrade to an Omni someday. Anyone read the first 2? Ryan asks, anyone read the first 2 issues of If You Find This, I'm Already Dead? It's been great. It's about a war journalist who's the first to report from a war on a planet in another dimension. That sounds really good, Ryan. Who puts that out and who's writing it? Derek's here. What up? Derek, are you starting to do afternoon streams instead of at nights now? That's just for this week. Lou's schedule is different this week. So last night was to make up for a show that we missed because I was sick and other people were sick, something, we couldn't do it. And then today he had something to do at night. So we're batting around a concept of asking the other Omnibros if we should do. I'll wait till Lou gets back to talk about this one. Hey, Axel, welcome. Just heard that the one shot from Ultimate Invasion is not included in the trade, but gets a reprint in April. Yeah, I think we just talked about that. That's from 513. Okay, we already talked about that. I think we answered that question. South by Southwest is Arts and Entertainment Spotlight Show. Okay. Capullo's been teasing. Oh, Capullo's going to be on Wolverine. So it's likely he's doing the new Wolverine series. Wow. Who's writing that? Capullo? SXSW had a big internet culture push about a decade ago. They brought in more entertainment. Okay. Since then. Samantha says, I can't wait for the new X-Men. I started the Uncanny One Omni after the first 2 episodes of X-Men 97, and I'm loving it. I've got about 7 issues left. Oh, you're burning through that Uncanny volume. I've heard great things about X-Men 97. Did Jess Google the answer? Because Emma and Silac are in that book. I just know my X-women. Oh, Axel asking the real question, is Dupe on any X team? That's a good question. Hondo, what up? At work, but we'll be in and out checking this out. What's up, Hondo, my Bay Area buddy? How's Maniac Matt doing? Deadpool Wolverine is coming soon. Okay, they announced X-Force, X-Factor, NYX, Wolverine, Phoenix, and Storm too. Okay, so there's going to be some, depending on who the writers are, there will be some big winners and maybe some lesser winners. It'd be awesome if they were all winners, though. We're all winners. There's a new Deadpool series already solicited, but they could announce a Wolvie Deadpool book. CNSS says, currently reading Deadpool Classic by Jimmy Palmiotti. Super funny and entertaining book. Deadpool Classic. I haven't read that. That's in my Deadpool stack of shame. I still need to read Deadpool and Cable. I suck, I know. It's already on previews. LOL, Deadpool, Wolverine, World War III, Deadpool #1. Oh, Joe Kelly. Nice. Bouncer is great so far. Only about 60 pages into it. Just met Bouncer. Awesome. I really enjoyed that book. That's one of the Westerns that I recommend when anybody asks me about Westerns. Have you guys talked about Scalped getting reprinted yet? So excited. I feel like, I wonder if we did. I feel like we did talk about it. Because we did a Scalped read through late last year, and I hadn't read it before, but Gabe and Lou and I all read Scalped. I did talk about it recently with someone. I do so many different shows, I can't remember who I talked to about it, but yeah, that's good because those books, especially volume 2 of the deluxes, are way out of print. So that's great. Yeah, it really is. It is super raw, and I mean raw. I thought Preacher was raw. Scalped is if rawer is a word, it's way rawer than Preacher. If you find this I'm already dead, publish a Dark Horse. Matt Kint. No wonder it's good. I'm looking forward to picking that up when it gets collected. Nice. Hey, Sonny. Hey, Jess. I hope you have a great birthday. Thank you. I will be. Normally I'd be on the Marvel previews show tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern time on very fine condition, but I am being taken out to birthday lunch by upper and junior management. So I'll be missing my favorite show of the month. I love that previews show. So when you go in, when you see the previews show, he filled the old man slot with Larry's library, and Larry's going to do a great job. But everybody go in there and say, wait, what should you say? Because I don't want to disrespect Larry. Well, you guys will think of something. Elon, you and Super Laugh Hard, you're fast enough on the you're fast enough on the draw to be able to figure out something funny to say about how badly you're missing me. But then I don't want you to say I don't want Larry to take it the wrong way because he's a really good guy and he knows a lot. So better say we love Larry, but where the F is Omnidog? No, you better not say that either. Maybe you should just leave it alone. Maybe yeah. Thank you. It'll be tomorrow. This is my last day of this age. Then I am officially old. Yeah, man. Thanks, Booster. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Fire Omar, bring back Omnidog. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that. I have had a couple good days in a row now, so I'm hoping that my health continues to be decent. I appreciate that. Thank you. I also have a topic that I want to get the chat's opinion on when Lou gets back. He's doing laundry right now. What are you doing? Hurry up with your laundry. Because I have a topic. I have a topic from Reddit, which which is a tiny little controversy I took part in yesterday. And then I should probably just remove the app from my phone. I don't want to get into it with anybody.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, is that a zinger with me? Axel. Who's going to put Axel in timeout for that comment? How dare you? Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, did you already say that or did I already? Oh, I think I already showed it. Okay. Axel, why I oughta. Saw Taylor talking about, yeah. Taylor covered that. We're not going to because Taylor covered that. So is this near mint birthday month or Omar Omnidog birthday month? Not only is it Omar's birthday, but it's also Oddfell's birthday, my birthday, Max's birthday. Who am I forgetting? There were like, oh, well, my daughter's birthday. This is a big month for birthdays. Okay, why hasn't Axel been put in timeout yet? No, whoop, not that comment. This comment. Oh, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Actually, it's my birthday where you are because you're ahead of us. So I appreciate that. That's a 5-minute timeout, Axel, unless you slip me a 20. Yeah, Hayden has a price. Yeah, there are a lot. Oh, it's Maniac Matt's birthday month, too. Wow. Let's see. Hayden, what are you reading? Tell us what you're reading. Are you reading something Harley Quinn-ish or Doctor Who-ish? Or, oh, yeah. Bar and Bob's birthday. That's right. This is a packed month. I need to get, I have a birthday present that I need to get to you, James. I think you're sending Bar a summer package or something. I'm going to send you some singles that I'm picking up for her birthday. I already gave her a birthday present. I'm just giving her, I'm just a nice guy giving her something. Blah, blah, blah. Beyond Comics, thank you. Appreciate it. My niece and uncle's birthday month, too. March is the cool month, man. Okay, so... Oh, I can't... Oh, you're a fellow Aries. Nice. Nice. Happy birthday. Okay, in 2 weeks, I'll remember that. Up, fellow Aries here. Right on. Yes, her box will be mailed off after summer, probably around July. Okay, I'll get you those single issues. I've already ordered them. I need to pick them up from Third Eye Comics, and I will. I'll get them to you before you send your box. Thanks, James. I just reread. This is Hayden. I just reread Who Killed Harley story. Now it's collected. Now it's collected. Then catching up on Krakoa and Teeny's Harley. Nice. Super Laugh Hard made it to 50. Oh, well, in May you make it to 50. Lucas, I love and respect South Park, but I haven't watched it enough to even know who Butters is. I am so far behind. Upper management is taking a vacation for 2.5 weeks in April to go visit her sisters. And these are the promises I'm making. If you know me, you know I make promises and then never keep them. So I'm going to try to, okay, no, I have to say it so that it doesn't happen. It turns into a lie. I'm going to watch all of the new Harley Quinn season, which is like 6 months old now. Then I'm going to watch all of the spreadsheet that Freddie made me to catch up on Star Wars, the animated stuff, Clone Wars, and what's the other one?
Bad Batch.
No, it wasn't Bad Batch. Clone Wars and what's the other animated show? What's the
Rebels?
Yeah. Freddie sent me a spreadsheet of what I need to watch. It's like 10 episodes altogether, so I really know who Ahsoka is.
Okay.
Because then once I was just saying Patty's going to be gone for 2.5 weeks. In April. That's right. It's summer of Omnidog. So I'm making promises to people I can't keep. I'm going to watch all of the new Harley Quinn animated series. I'm going to catch up on Rebels and Clone Wars so I can watch Ahsoka, and then I want to watch Andor also. I want to. This will be my 4th year ever since the pandemic. This is the 4th year in a row I've said I'm going to watch Snyder Cut Justice League. I still haven't seen it. And I might as well promise that I'm going to finish Batman the Animated Series because that's been 5 years. So that's what I'm going to try and get done. I just hope I feel good enough. I don't want to sit here and feel lousy. I feel good now, and I want to read and do stuff and engage in life and blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, Doctor Who I might watch also.
Oh yeah. Jess, I have a question.
Okay.
Maybe the chat can help because this has been a struggle all friggin' day. I said friggin' kids in the car.
Good job.
Okay, so I have a shirt. It's a white shirt. I really like this shirt, right? So I looked on the back of the shirt and I saw, oh, there's a little stain on it. Okay, no problem. Put a little stain remover, a little bit of Dawn dish soap because I don't know what it is. Throw it in the wash, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Worked out fine. Put it in the dryer. Pull it out from the dryer. There is like a brown, almost rust-looking streak on it. I'm like, okay, that's weird. These are public dryers that we use for our neighborhood. So I come back. I'm like, well, fuck. Okay, let's try this again.
You just
damn it. The swear jar. So I do again. Cleaner. I'm able to get the stain out.
On the rusty part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in the wash and then put it in the dryer again. I just pulled it out. New streaks on it.
New rust streaks?
Yeah, it looks like it's like a rust-colored streak, and there's 2 new ones on it. So I just had to go through that whole cycle again. Where I'm like, okay, cleaner, Dawn, throw it back in the washer.
Okay, don't put it in the dryer.
No.
I would line dry this or hang it over a chair.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I think I've heard of this problem, but I don't know what causes it. Something in the dryer can give it a rust stain, but I don't know what it is. But I have heard of that problem.
So I'm not gonna this time. I'm just gonna pull it out and I'm gonna hang it up. And God willing, the stain will come out again this time. So if not, then I just ruined a shirt, and it's really annoying.
Is it a t-shirt or a dress shirt?
That's a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Here's the small controversy. Yes, I Bar thinks this is funny. I have to put this in context because I got a message from Bar yesterday in the Discord saying, who is this guy and why is he saying you have a spending addiction? And she sent me a screenshot of the conversation from Reddit, the Omnibus Collectors Reddit. Okay, I don't know anything about Reddit, but there's I don't know if it's a subreddit or if it's a Reddit, Omnibus Collectors. So it's where Omnibus collectors go in Reddit. Our friend Jake posted this is what I want your opinion, and I'd like the chat's opinion on this, because I have mixed feelings about not Jake, but about what people think. Let's see. Okay. This is the haul Jake posted for March.
Okay.
As you can see, it's giant.
Wow. Yes.
And it's got some out of print books that he, bid on eBay, but didn't. He's very careful not to pay too much. Okay, so he posted this haul like we all, like a lot of people did in the Facebook group. You post hauls.
Right.
So I don't want to, let's see, I don't want to say these people's names because I don't know who they are and they may not want me to, but let's see if I can do it without. And so a guy posted this, the cringe face, half of the chat, half of this sub right now. Cringe face.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy below says, yeah, just in my opinion, but it's cringe. I'm at the point where I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. Don't want a hobby overtaking your life. I'm not saying the guy's name because I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. But then Bar came in and said, why is it cringe? Just because you're getting rid of your collection doesn't mean the people who can afford to shouldn't get big hauls. And exactly. Jake has the YouTube channel and sponsorship from OPB. He sometimes gets free damaged books from them to do videos on, and the sponsorship helps him fund these hauls. So if he actually wants all of these books and can afford to get them, good on him.
Yeah.
The guy that just said cringe because he says it's cringe to have massive collections that overtake your life in hauls like this. Also, okay, then he starts beating on Jake. Also, not nice things. Doesn't mean that people who can't afford it shouldn't get big hauls. Yes, go into debt. Great idea there. It's just a bad influence overall for people who have control issues. Seeing this makes them want to spend to try and keep up, which isn't good at all. You should enjoy your collection, not have it be your entire existence.
Okay. All right.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, this goes on for a minute.
Oh,
because then I get dragged into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Bar says, did I ever suggest he's as big as so-and-so? No, I said he gets free damaged books, and I said people who can afford it, so I don't see what that has anything to do with going into debt. If people have control issues, and that's their own problem. People shouldn't get less books. But everyone should enjoy their collection and buy as many books as they please. That's Bar being the voice of reason. I think so. Mm-hmm. Guy says, OPB sponsors a ton of comic YouTubers. It's not like a special privilege he has. He's the only one who puts out these massive hauls like this. I highly doubt this is anything other than a spending problem, which is trying to be hidden behind a sponsorship. He can do what he wants, but we should be able to voice our opinions as well. Bar says, have you seen Omar's and Omnidog's hauls? Omar also gets sent a lot of stuff from his viewers, but Omnidog gets a lot of stuff free from OPB as well. And yeah, his monthly haul is just as big. Really don't understand why y'all care so much. If this is what he chooses to do with his money, this is talking about Jake, and he can afford it, then good for him. I don't do such big hauls. I buy maybe 4 books a month on average, but I genuinely fail to see the reason why it makes y'all so upset. And then he goes, here's where I get dragged. You're really comparing Jake's channel to Omar's channel, 100,000 subs and a Marvel partnership to this one? Come on, man. As far as Omnidog, he admits that he has a spending problem, which is different than the OP. Okay. Bart says, that's what I got screenshot. And she said, who is this guy? And I actually don't know. Bar says, I love how you choose to completely ignore an Omnidog's vault that I also mentioned, LOL, almost like you don't actually want to have a discussion in good faith. Omnidog's vault has 8,500 subs, no Marvel DC partnership, only an OPB sponsorship. It's not sponsorship. I just get a code. IST is our sponsor here. And he has just as big monthly hauls as Jake does. He's been reading and collecting comics for decades. Mm-hmm. The guy says, I edited my comment to include him. Jess admits that he has a serious purchasing addiction, which the OP refuses to do and hides behind the guise of a sponsorship. Here's where it gets hurtful. Jess is also old and retired, plus has the cash saved up from retirement. So that's what I downloaded the Reddit app, and I said, okay, so he said, wait, did I miss? So he, yeah, I said, I said, I'm sorry you're not watching my show anymore. He said that he wasn't watching YouTube anymore, but please don't call me old, LOL. I'm older, a comics veteran, well-seasoned reader, 90s comics survivor, very experienced, Silver Age, Silver Fox, just not old, ha ha ha. And then Barr said, I can't believe you made a Reddit account just to comment on this. And so then a Barr, and it's funny because I literally just sent this to Jess, and he's very confused about where you brought this serious purchasing addiction from. And then the guy said he's had people on his show who reduced their collections and have their tips to reduce spending. I have. It was very useful. That was while he was going insane buying everything. True. I stopped watching him and most comic YouTubers, so I'm not sure if things changed. Barr said, yeah, he sized down, but he still gets quite a lot of books monthly. Okay. So first of all, I handled the part that upset me, and that was that he said old. I'm not old. I'm older.
Yeah.
Frick. But
he made it sound like you're on death's door.
Basically.
Yeah.
But and the spending addiction. I don't. If I said that in the past, then I said it, and I.
Okay.
I mean, I have had massive hauls, but this is my. Okay, well, it's a two-part question. I'm actually on a very strict budget and have been for the past couple of years, self-imposed, because I recognize that I can't read everything, and I can't just keep buying everything. So that part's under control. And I have had people on my show like Lewis McGregor talk about budgeting and how to keep things under control.
Right.
The hauls thing, because I have mixed feelings about showing my hauls. Since I've been in this house, I've done a couple of big haul videos because during the pandemic, we got those stimulus checks.
Yes.
And so Patty and I split, I think we got 4 of them. Patty and I split ours up to do whatever we wanted. And what made me feel better, because I was actually, kind of scared really I was scared during that first part of the pandemic. Yeah.
And understandably so. You were high risk, right?
Yeah. I was a chronic pain sufferer. So I was at high risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but I was leery of showing my hauls during the pandemic because people were dying and getting sick and, losing work. Things were a wreck for a long time. And Taylor, the Minister of Comics, said, dude, people like haul videos. It makes them feel better, even if they have to live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
So I said in my I think I did 2 or 3 haul videos during the pandemic. And I said, I'm really sorry if this upsets anybody. I threw Taylor under the bus. I said, Taylor told me this makes everybody feel better. So what do you and what do the chat, how do you guys feel about hauls? Are they just an annoying flex? Are they fun? Is it fun to look at other people's hauls? Is it time to tone down people's hauls? I mean, Jake posted that in good faith, thinking like I did that people enjoy looking at hauls, but he got attacked a couple times in there from 2 different people that he was an annoying flex guy, so to speak.
Right. Okay. So I see it like this. I see it as this is an individual. I'm going to choose my words carefully, because if they're a fan of you, the chances are they probably watch this show, and I really just don't want to deal with the.
He says he doesn't watch. If you're going to talk about the guy who called me old, he says he doesn't watch YouTube comics channels anymore.
Okay, so all right, fine.
And I don't even know I didn't say his name out loud, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't.
So this individual strikes me as a person who is maybe a little bit envious of the photos that were posted, and under the guise of being envious, he tried to not show it by saying, "Oh, you're being irresponsible," or whatever junk that kids in the car, whatever junk, whatever junk it was that you're being irresponsible by posting the photos and flexing and all this other stuff. That strikes me more as it came from a place of envy. Is like, shit, it sucks that I can't get all this stuff and everything like that. So I'm going to pretend I'm holier than thou, and I'm going to post this comment, which I've learned at this point, it's just text on the internet. It really doesn't mean anything to me at this point anymore, for the most part. There are days where you get on my bad side. Some people get on my bad side.
I have seen that. I saw it like last year. You were, I remember you were salty, Lou, and you were. I remember that. Yeah. It was funny to watch.
Yeah. It just strikes me as the type of person that this is an individual who probably is a little bit envious of the haul, and he's like, oh damn, I'm just gonna da. And they might not even be 100% aware that they're being a little bit envious or a little bit jealous. They might not be that self-aware of it. As far as calling you old, come on. It's a bit of a cheap shot. I mean, we say old jokes here every once in a while, but even then the stick got old after a while. It's like, yes, Jess is an older gentleman.
I took that as funny. I mean, I wanted to make it funny.
Yeah.
Just that he called me old, but that's actually not the issue.
I'm getting to it.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a responsibility of not sharing hauls and things like that and posting photos, because there are people that are less fortunate out there and all that other stuff? My 2 cents. Fudge them.
Fudge them if they can't take a joke.
Fudge them if they can't take a joke, and fudge them if they are if they're envious, or if there's envy. You are not responsible for that person's money. You are not responsible for what everybody else thinks at the end of the day. That's right. The bottom line. I mean, why are you being held to the standard of you shouldn't do this because somebody else will act responsibly with their finances?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. You are not that person who is spending the money. So why does it bother you so much that you are not that person that's spending the money, but you are celebrating your hard work or your balanced finances or whatever, and you are posting pictures online? Because that's what we do. This is the modern age. People do what's called peacocking. They want to flex. I got this really cool stuff that you don't have. It's kind of part of the deal of being a collector, right? You're like, man, check this out. I got this really cool thing. You want to share it with people, or you want to flex. Hey, I got this really rare book. I got this really rare shoe. I've got this really rare comic, single issue, whatever. If it does not affect your immediate life, what does it matter? It's the other person's budget. It's the other person's finances. What does that matter? The other person is the one that's spending the money. The other person is the one that has to worry about, how am I going to cover my bills this month? How am I going to cover my groceries this month? The world is shitty enough as it is. Let people enjoy the things that they enjoy, and let them share in the love of the things that they want to share with.
Yeah. God. Okay. I want to get the chat's input on this too, because then there was a second part, and the old part is not part of this. That was just it was just a way of my trying to diffuse the situation. But this is what I get sometimes. This is what I get a lot, and this is what Jake got too, where somebody said, and they say it to me a lot, how many of those books have you read?
It doesn't matter. Who cares? I mean,
But let me finish this part.
Yeah.
Nobody goes into another person's house, and if they have a library of prose books,
Yeah.
goes, how many of those have you read? They just go, oh, that's a nice collection. Like, I have a friend who is into presidential biographies. He has every presidential biography from George Washington all the way up through like Reagan or Bush or whatever. I don't go in there and say, how many of those have you read? I go in there and I say, that's a cool collection. Nobody questions prose readers on, but comics fans question like it's some kind of badge of shame that I haven't read everything in my collection yet.
Who cares? It's your collection. At the end of the day, we say it jokingly. When we say it, 99% of the time, we're like, "Oh man, Jess, really? How many things have you read? What's on your backlog? How many things are in your library?" We say it more as a joke than anything else. But when you're being so serious about, oh, how many of these things have you read? Who cares? What does it matter to you? I don't care. I don't care what book this person has gotten that's super rare. I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome that you're sharing that thing. But I don't care about that person's finances. I'm not responsible for that person. Bottom line, I am responsible for the roof over my head and my family. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Social media and the internet has been amazing. It's given a huge voice to the voiceless. Unfortunately, what we have found out is a lot of the voiceless don't have shit to say. It's true. A lot of they don't have really reasonable takes or things to say. And posts like that they kind of agitate me because again, it all comes back to it's not yours. It's not your finances, it's not your books, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, let the person enjoy the thing that they want to enjoy. If you have 3 omnibuses that you pick up and they're on your to read pile, it's on you, man. If you get to it, great. Where we only have a short amount of time in this life. We only have X amount of time in this life, right? There's one appointment that we will all have and we will never be late for. Bottom line, there is that appointment. And you know what I'm talking about. We will never be late for that appointment.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
So you might as well enjoy it within reason, what you are doing on this earth, and do what makes you happy as long as it's not hurting anybody, as long as you're not being irresponsible. Do what makes you happy. And if it annoys somebody online, okay, you're going to annoy some people online because that is the internet nowadays.
Yeah.
It has become a cesspool of people on social media whining and bitching. God, I tried not to curse. I was doing so well. I was doing really well until this point. Whining and complaining about the things that make other people happy. And that's all because it's been curated by these friggin' algorithms.
Yeah, and I texted with Jake yesterday talking about it, and he's in the beginning, he's in that beginning stage where it's really exciting and he wants out of print books, but I have to say he's careful, not, as I said earlier, not to overpay, and he has a budget. He actually sticks within it, and in that haul, I think there were, as Barr said, there were a lot of free books that he gets. So I just wonder what if people think I don't know. Maybe Jake's in the chat. What up, Jake?
Hey, Jake.
Okay, we'll get to you in a sec, Jake.
We'll get to you.
Rising Phoenix. So when upper management is gone, what goodies will we be eating? That's a good question. Because I don't need to put on any more weight. I'm going to be walking a lot, and I'm going to try and be good. I'm not going to be eating ice cream every day.
So this is going to be like 2 or 3 years ago when Patty was gone for a week, and you almost lost a foot
due to diabetes. Yeah, I think I had ice cream. Wait, I put ice cream, candy, and cereal, breakfast cereal, all into a bowl and ate it, and it was like my most popular IG reel. I want to read Peacemaker Tries Hard because Richard, I heard it was really good. Can you share the SW spreadsheet? I'm behind and overwhelmed and need the Cliff Notes. Yeah, Rosie, I'll try and figure out how to share that spreadsheet. I'm hoping. There's actually answers for your stain questions.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, I need to get to that interview. He did an interview with Jimmy Palmiotti. And Jimmy explained what the 5150 on Harley's outfit is. Rosie, I posted an OmniDog Discord, just showed off the list a while back. Okay, so Rosie can get it there. Oh, and Jake says it's the air duct. Clean out the dryer's air ducts. That should fix it.
Okay, all right.
Wipe down the air duct. Quack, quack.
It's a community dryer, so I'll take a look at it and see what that will do.
Well, you're in the chat now, Jake. Let's see. The guide to live a happy life is do the opposite of what any Redditor says. Jake should tell them all to F off. That's absurd. Wow, that's a haul. I want that. Sorry, Jake. It was just a quick pick. Jake post even more haul videos. Dude sounds like an energy vampire. Yeah, it was from yesterday, Booster Green. But you can Bar messaged it to me. So if you're in the Omnibus Collector Reddit, you can see it. I agree with Andy. This is my philosophy. Live and let live. Wish more people could just be happy with each other and the way they choose to live. It's not affecting you. I hate drama. Samantha says, people just love telling other people how to spend their money. I wish people could just mind their own business. Amen. People should just learn. Okay, so this is everybody feels so far like the way you do, Lou. People should learn to be silent, but since that will never happen, ignoring those who speak is a good idea. Right? That's the problem with that. They called me old. Well seasoned, right? Okay, thank you. Sorry, you can't get the time in your life back you spent on this toxicity. Time him out. He called you old. I don't even know. Addiction is a genuine problem with every collector, but experiencing excess is eventually a lesson in restraint.
True.
My collection is worth way more than I spent on it. Some people are presumptuous and funny. Not funny, haha, but funny, strange. Jake says, I don't buy a book that my more responsible wife doesn't approve. I stood up for you, Jake. Hauls are wish fulfillment and they make people happy. That's what I thought too. He just sounds like one of those people that just loves to be mad when people are enjoying the things they like. Why does he care about other people's finances? He ain't paying for the books. Old never. Oh, and my hair's on point today. Thank you.
Very nice. It is.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It is nice.
I appreciate that. Lucas, I think hauls are fun. Jake's haul was insane, though. LMAO. Wouldn't say it was cringe or anything, though. People need to relax. I don't just show the books. I show the art and say why I bought the books. I have thousands of views on my hauls that love my videos. Yeah, and Jake, just to be clear here, we're not dragging on you, obviously. I was standing up for you, saying you just posted an innocent picture.
Oh, man.
But I wondered if there were other people. Jess, live your best life and be happy. You can't hold everyone's hand on the internet. Well, he called me old, okay? So I had to stand up for myself. I find hauls quite entertaining, seeing books I would want and the rest that I couldn't be bothered with. I love seeing what other people like and buy. No reason to judge people because they post what they bought.
Well, it's also a good way to find stuff that you didn't know about, right? There's a lot of stuff out there, and I didn't know about this, or oh wow, that's a cool collected edition. What's that? It helps you find things that that you didn't know about. But it's part of the fun, right? It's all part of the fun at the end of the day. Just enjoy it.
Halls give us the possibility to see just what you said, Lou. See what else is out there. Exactly, Axel. So many books I didn't even know existed I found watching Halls. Halls are fun. It's nice to see what people are into and get some ideas out of what's out there that might be of interest. Dude just wants to poop in everyone's Lucky Charms. Let he without books throw the first stone. Love seeing Halls. It's easy to tell. Oh, Jake, are you texting me now? Probably. I don't know. I'm on Reddit. I can't do two things at once. Love seeing Halls. It's easy to tell if it's genuine or someone just trying to show off, but people always find something to complain about. Okay. I love to watch you and other Halls. It shows me what is out there, and if I can't get it, at least I'm happy that someone else can and enjoys it. I can ask if they like it, and I might get later. Devin, I personally like seeing Halls. It's a chance to see books that I might be interested in. If I hypothetically had a spending problem, that's my fault, not whoever is showing off their haul. That was another question I had, is as a comic YouTuber, again, I purposely keep my channel small because I don't want to get big, but do I have a responsibility? Am I feeding someone else's FOMO by showing off hauls? And it sounds like everybody thinks that the answer is no to that.
Well, yeah, you kind of are.
I am feeding their FOMO.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, in a way you are, because
that's not good, though.
Well, no, but that's not it's not your responsibility.
Okay.
It's not your job to police yourself because of how somebody else feels based on what you are purchasing and what you're doing. It really isn't. That's on the other person who, if that person has a lack of impulse control and just immediately buys whatever without thinking about their budget, without thinking about their finances, or without thinking about how it might affect them financially, that's on that person. You can't control somebody else's actions just because you are doing what you love to do, which you love to do the YouTube stuff.
Yeah. Other than the old comment, I didn't see. It's a whole thing though, Saz. It goes on longer than that. I just posted the old thing as to be funny, but I also was wondering, genuinely what people thought. Some people make fun. Some people make hauls fun, like Jess. Can tell he really likes the books he orders and wants to share that joy. Can tell when others are showing off. That guy also seems to be the champion for a really marginal group.
Look, we know a guy. We know a YouTuber. He's not related to us. He's not even Omar. We know a YouTuber, and you know who exactly I'm thinking about, that's what they do. They're the show-offy guy with 30 or 40 omnibuses behind them or whatever, and he hasn't read a friggin'
good for you. You caught
restraint. We know he hasn't read a friggin' page of those books, and we know this because we have heard from third parties that knew this person that he has not done that, and he fakes it.
Jake says, I hope I make hauls fun. Haha. The photo is to tease my upcoming video. Look at all the traffic. I'm driving to your site, The Brave and the Boys, for your upcoming video. Oh, I like this one. Not old, leveled up. Kane uses that a lot. Brave and the Boys, keep doing you, man. Your channel and videos are awesome. Preach, Lou. Okay, this is kind of funny. Just so old, he watches the History Channel to see if he'll be featured. I will allow that. That's reasonably funny. I appreciate the hauls here. They are informed and your opinions appreciated. Oh, thank you, Richard. That's very nice of you. Appreciate that. Jake gave us a super sticker. Thank you. Yes, just worry about yourself. Let others be. Samantha says, I love hauls. They're my fave videos. If it upsets people to see big hauls, then that's a problem with them, and they shouldn't look at what other people buy. Lou's take is on point. Well, it sounds like the chat 100% agrees with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The best for people who didn't believe I got some. Oh, yeah. they even see Sasmer. This is I didn't show you the part which there were a couple people in there that were kind of this guy in particular and some other people were kind of hammering on Jake because they didn't believe that he got the out of print absolutes for cover or less. Jake got so annoyed with them that he showed him the screenshots of what he paid for them, which is, I used to be poor. My collection is a great source of pride and shows how far I've come. My collection is better because of Sonny. Same here. That's another thing. Super Laugh Hard has sent me a ton of books. Same with Psycho Cleveland. Same with a lot of people have sent me a lot of stuff. Super Laugh Hard sent me a bunch of books that he thinks I should read, and I will read them, Sonny. But there's a lot of I think people are right. This guy and the other two guys that were hammering on Jake are very much in the minority, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Everybody else feels like there's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. No, there's nothing wrong. You are doing what you want to do, and you're not hurting anybody. And inadvertently, in a way, you're causing FOMO because, and you're not doing it on purpose. But we talk about books, we talk about comics, we talk about the stuff that we read and we enjoy all the time, right? And we're like, hey, you should pick this up. I think it's really cool. And just by saying that, some people are going to go, oh, man, I really shouldn't miss out on that, right? That's a part of FOMO.
Yeah. I remember when I first started getting into this, I think back in 2014 when Riley had his Tumblr, I would watch his videos, and then there was a guy, he doesn't do YouTube anymore, but I can't remember. He was a college student at Berkeley, and he spoke Italian, so he had a bunch of Panini editions. But I enjoyed watching those haul videos, and that really got me excited to get into omnibus collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Haul videos are awesome because it's showing what you love. Creates a bad culture to create FOMO, makes things less fun. More about flexing than enjoying, debating, discussing the stories. Really don't like the stack of shame thing. The unread books are an important reminder of how much is left to enjoy. Okay, AS, I call it the stack of shame because I think it's funny. Everything I do is because I try to make fun of myself and everything else. So I apologize if you don't like the stack of shame. I don't do those videos to shame other people. I did that video with Bar, and then we've got a follow-up next, I think it might be next weekend. Where not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, where I'm going to show what I read from the stacks of shame. But that's it's a joke, really. The stack of shame thing's a joke. Uncle Lou is right on the money. Hey, everyone, I'm thinking of buying one of these 3 Omnis. First reply. Haven't read them. Haven't even heard of 2 of those. Sticks and Stones. If we all would stop buying luxury goods, a lot of people will be out of job. The economy would be very bad, so everyone would be a lot poorer.
Wow.
He agrees with you, Lou.
You're getting capitalistic on us. All right.
We got to pull up on the ops for saying that about Jess. The old thing, yeah, it was it was a joke. I like, yes, totally. Bar and I did, and
some random loser online called Jess old. What? Some random loser online called Jess old. Old? Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, older is fine. What'd she say?
What'd you say?
Did you tell him to go fuck himself?
Baby, there are children in the car, so we're trying not to curse because it's a day stream.
Isn't your own child in the room?
Did you tell him to go?
Uh-oh.
Fudge themselves. We're trying to use fudge today.
Oh, did you tell them?
I might be in the minority here as I'm not interested in the haul videos. Well, that's fine. I mean, I don't even think 10% of my content is haul videos. And yeah, Jake says that's okay, YP. That's why I make other kinds of videos. Alon, I actually bought the deluxe version of Watchmen because of Jake's comparison video and all the available formats. I should probably send Alan Moore a $5.
I need to watch that because
or
that's
send
probably,
Jake a $5.
I need to watch that because that's probably a 30-minute video with all the different versions of Watchmen. Did you get the Pocket Bible version, Jake? That's the that's the rare one.
I watched all the Omnibros on ROM FOMO, and I still did not buy it. I don't think Jess feeds FOMO. Okay, thanks.
Hold on 1 second, Jess.
Okay. I appreciate everybody's input because it was a genuine question that I just wondered how people felt about it. And I've always thought haul videos were fun, but I appreciate the fact that some people may not. But it sounds like the majority of you think haul videos are fun. And now you need to, Jake, when are you posting that video? Now you've got everybody all frothed up to watch your video. Yeah. I really like your videos that are Joachim inspired, Jess. Yeah, he actually he's been a big influence on me, Joachim from Sweden. Because he is a collector, but he does it with a very tight focus. And he for a young guy to mentor the well-seasoned veteran, I think that it says a lot about how smart and disciplined Joachim is. He's a good guy, and I like talking to him a lot. He's got a very cool outlook on life.
I'm still here, Jess. I just had to shift to another room.
Okay. Let's see. Are you bashing me, Axel? When Jess calls himself an influencer, then we can have this discussion. So never.
Oh.
Are you bashing me? Did I actually call myself an influencer? I don't think those words have ever left my mouth.
I don't think you're an influencer until you start peddling things. So, for example, things like Raycon earbuds, G Fuel, what's Hims, whatever those products are that other YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you're an influencer until you start getting deals like that.
I feel like Axel might be the second bash of me. Axel, what's going on with you?
Do I need to put Axel in timeout? Nobody puts a baby in timeout. Or is it nobody puts the baby in the corner, right?
In the corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, to get free books, Jake works his butt off for OPB's social media, TikTok. So, I mean, that's how Jake can speak for himself in the chat, but they don't just OPB doesn't just send us books, and I give away almost everything except that Rat Queen's Booster Queen. I paid for that. But I mean, Jake does a lot of work and gets paid in books, but Jake can speak for himself. No one on Omnibros drives FOMO on bad books. Honest recommendations helps me avoid picking up books I won't like or enjoy.
Yeah.
Buying subscriptions is why the YouTube algorithm values viewer retention and engagement more than a subscription count. Okay, good.
Huh.
These kids nowadays, they don't even know what old is. They're World War II heroes still jogging on beaches. Oh, yeah, you need to get this Tom Strong compendium. Lars says, I would say that my collection is like a diary, remembering where I was, where, and when I bought the different comics. Sasmurf, agreed, Jess. I didn't read the post, so I don't know all that was said. I just like to hear dissenting opinions, as I think it's a healthy mental exercise to see what others are thinking. Right, and that's actually why I brought it up. I wondered what everybody else was thinking about about that particular post. Oh yeah, Max's birthday. What up, babes? Just got back from celebrating my birthday. Jess looking good. Lou looking like you hit the gym. Dupe looking like mine, but slightly less good. He got his dupe today. Oh, you remember watching that guy? Yeah, he had Italian Omnis. He had like Panini Omnis from Italy. Captain, I just saw that you guys are live, but I'll have to go to bed because of work tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I'll at least have the vid to entertain me at work. Peace and love.
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love.
He left out the parts of them beating on the sides of my channel. Yeah, I I didn't think that was germane to the topic. I want to flip FOMO on its head, says Sonny. As an older reader, I think it's great that we celebrate how easy it is to read and collect great comics. It's never been this good. You're totally right. Hip, hip, hooray. And here's Jaggernaut. What up? As long as we're all young at heart, it's all good. Comics help with that. Totally. It was 2 or 3 people that were being mean and 300 that were stoked for me. Okay. That's good. We ride at dawn for Jake and Jess. Reddit has an upvote and a downvote feature, and my post got more 330 upvotes than downvotes. What Barr liked is that I downloaded the Reddit app just so I could respond to that old remark. And then I'm never going back to it. Filming the video tonight. Should post this weekend if I'm not too busy at WonderCon. Okay. Yeah, Axel, what's going on? I feel like I'm picking up on some negativity from you, man. What's the deal? I picked up quite a few Daredevil Omnis. I got Miller and Jansen, Brubaker 102, Wade 102. Can't wait to get some more Daredevil. Okay. Jess, you are kind of an influencer. You stated on your tagline, separating people from their money. Well, that's true. Oh, no, I mean, Jess will never call himself an influencer. Okay, thank you, Axel. I thought we were cool. Now I know we're cool. Okay, good. Yeah, I think of my channel as a micro influencer channel. Sorry, it just left my mouth. Sorry. I like to use the term enthusiast. I'm going to have to use that code OmniTalk when I pre-order the last 2 DC versus Marvel Barbies. How many more X books does Peter still need to help you get in order?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I just posted a video today.
Okay.
Showing the complete state of it all organized. So it's actually all organized now in reading order. So it looks awful. It's like standard hardcover, trade, deluxe, trade, deluxe, trade, paperback, absolute, whatever. It's all a big, but it's in reading order. So I posted that today, and then Freddie texted me right away and said, these books are out of order, and we told you that on Tuesday. I'm like, oh. So I put them back in order, and I pinned Freddie's comment. So there's going to be a third one, Richard, where it's actually it's going to be called the FOMO episode. Oh, my X-Men collection video just went up. I just got notified for it. What was I saying? Oh, it's called the FOMO episode because Freddie and Peter are going to tell me what I'm missing. Now, I'm not going to go right out and spend $50 on a trade paperback that I need. I'll probably read it through Marvel Unlimited. If I
Coward. Fake collector. $50 for a trade. Come on, Jess. You have spent more for less.
I haven't ever paid over cover, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true.
If it's a $50 trade, then
it's a pride thing at this point. You're like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. If that guy's frothing at the mouth about Jake's omni spending, I'm going to give the bleep a stroke by DMing him how much I spend on horror merch.
Oh, I appreciate Hayden's censorship in this time.
Except I bleeped it.
Oh, wow. You did. Oh.
I did, yeah. I'd love to get everything HC, but I've had to settle with some compendium choices due to skyrocketing prices. Yeah.
Shame on you, Hayden. I expect more from you.
Omnidog, what is your favorite comic issue featuring that little green spud dupe? Well, I have only been the only place I've seen him has been in the big Ecstatics book. That's like 1,500 pages. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to dupe. Freddie got me to buy all new dupe, which is actually still very cheap. It's out of print, but still like $8. But I think I need to read something before I read all new dupe. Freddie's not in the chat.
I've got one.
What? Oh, favorite dupe book?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I have one. It's a one-shot issue in Wolverine and the X-Men, where Dupe. So throughout the whole book, this is a Jason Aaron book. It's great. Throughout the whole book, you see Dupe is in the background. He's kind of the janitor of the school, and he's just doing stuff in the background. You find out in the one-shot issue, Dupe is actually running all the behind-the-scenes stuff in the school and keeping the school going from being attacked from different dimensions and all this other stuff.
Oh,
it's a great one-shot issue that he even teams up with Howard the Duck in the issue. And they do like a superhero team up. It's such a fun book because everybody's like, what does Dupe do in at the school? And you think he's just the janitor, but you really get a behind-the-scenes look of what his day-to-day life is, and it's hilarious.
That's awesome. In Ecstatics, he's the cameraman for the reality show that is Ecstatics.
Yeah. That's a great book.
I think
Wolverine
I know the root of the guy's anger. He's obviously mad he doesn't have a classy thirst trap on Discord. Ilan agrees. It's 10 p.m. here. I ain't got no kids to censor for. Good evening. It is evening. It's 6:30.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, well, there was that discussion, and everybody, I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody's input, and I feel like it was a good discussion, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. James Abel's got the details on the
Wolverine and the X-Men. Wow, James, you are amazing. Number 17. Oh, it's with all red art.
Yes, it is. He comes back to do the art on that book.
Can I haven't read that book. Can I read that issue just by itself and understand it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Lou, have you watched any of X-Men 97?
Gabe and I watched the first episode on Patreon over the weekend. You can find that down below at patreon.com/Omnibros live, along with our entire back catalog of that stuff. I saw the first episode. I enjoyed what I watched. I need to go back and watch the other ones that are
out. Yeah, I think Samantha earlier in the chat was just saying that she loved the first 2 episodes.
It's fun.
That's all that's been released so far?
Just 2 episodes.
Is that Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Okay. Mm-hmm. We love our sophisticated, hunktacular, not old, gentleman Omnidog. Thank you. Wolverine and the X-Men is still available on IST. That's right. There's been a lot of OPD talk, but IST is our sponsor for this show.
Speaking of IST.
Speaking of IST, diving in the morning here with you. I just had a mouthful of water. InStockTrades.com, our fabulous sponsor, where you can get your books from 30% off up to 80% sometimes in the red tag sale. Don't forget your 2%. What?
Oh,
you're doing the morning zoo thing? Okay.
No. I lost you for a second. It freeze.
Oh, am I okay?
Yeah, you're good now. I wasn't doing a bit. No, I lost you for a second. No, that was not a bit. I got nervous for a second. I'm like,
okay.
The Wombat doesn't have Willie in the studio today.
Don't forget your 2% loyalty discount. Every month we give away a free $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com worth $50 worth of credit at InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Mm-hmm. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Oh, God.
Oh man, I missed that stuff.
There's 3 episodes. Samantha says the first 2 episodes are so good, but I saw Peter tweet about not liking the third last night. I don't know, but watch for yourself and judge. You never know. Yeah. Peter has different taste. We all have different taste.
True.
You might love it even if he didn't.
True. I love Roadhouse. Jess still hasn't seen it for some reason.
Oh, Roadhouse. Have you seen Wizard of Oz yet? When you see Wizard of Oz, I will watch Roadhouse.
I feel like Roadhouse is a bigger cultural touchstone moment than Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God!
I'm throwing that out there. Yes.
What kind of hot take? That is a freaking crazy take.
Does Wizard of Oz have Patrick Swayze in a very tight black T-shirt with a beautiful mullet that is swaying in the wind while he is doing Tai Chi? No.
Oh my God.
I think I won this.
I think you did too. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Speaking of thirst traps, should we send Lou his?
No, please don't. I really don't need that in my
life. Lou reminds me of Hal right now. You mean, because of the blinking thing, like Hal from 2001. Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Open the pod bay doors.
Richard said he loves what they did in episode 3 of X-Men 97. Episode 3 was good, but it moved very fast. Booster Green asks, I've always been curious, have any of these sites said something about sponsoring their rivals on other shows? I haven't ever heard anything. I don't think there's any issue, really. I haven't. We said OPB in the context of Jake's post. Mm-hmm. So I don't. It's not like we were promoting it, really.
No, not really. No, not.
It was in context of Jake's post.
Other shows. Huh? No.
Yeah, he hasn't seen Wizard of Oz, and I haven't seen Roadhouse.
What is the bigger disservice here? Is the real question. Okay.
Disservice.
What is the bigger sin right now, Jess? I'm not letting this go. No, we are not moving on. Jess, it's Roadhouse.
The chat has thoughts. Lou hasn't seen Wizard of Oz. Unsubscribed. Thirst Trap rescinded. Booster says that's probably the movie I've seen the most in my life, so many times as a child.
He's talking about Roadhouse.
Hearing Roadhouse support, Lou.
Booster is talking about Roadhouse.
No, he's not.
Booster is talking about Roadhouse.
Super laugh hard. Roadhouse. What now? Is Lou off camera so he can puff on a bong?
No, I'm not.
Wizard of Oz has an amazing 4K restoration. MGM even made a mini documentary about the restoration process.
I've heard it's beautiful. I've heard they did a good job on that.
Samantha, I'm going to watch episode 3 tonight. I can't wait. Wow, this I've heard an awful lot of people saying an awful lot of good things about this. I did not hear what you guys were saying the other night. Do I need to know anything like from the previous animated show for X-Men?
For 97? Nah.
Yeah.
It catches you up pretty quickly.
Okay.
I mean, it continues where the series left off back in the 90s, but it gets you up. It catches you up fast.
And I know a lot of background on X-Men, so I could probably figure it out.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
YP says, I don't even know what Roadhouse is about.
YP. Come on.
Hayden,
Come on.
no one cares about Roadhouse. Does Roadhouse have several theme parks? Didn't think so.
It should. It really should. God. Wait, Wizard of Oz has theme parks?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Roadhouse. Wait, it's going. Roadhouse doesn't have a deep lore and a literary multiverse.
Wizard of Oz. Oh, it does. Yeah, it does kind of have the. It has. Does there was a does Wizard of Oz have books? Is that it's based off of book, right? It is. It's right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's like 5 or 6 books that he wrote.
Right. And then they did a movie. Sam Raimi did a movie. It was a prequel.
Sam Raimi did?
Yeah, it was a prequel in 2011, 2010.
What was it called?
Fudge. I can't remember I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was 2010 or 2011. It had James Franco in it. He played Oz when Oz first came to the kingdom.
Oh, I may be thinking I may have heard of this.
I heard it was good.
Wizard of Oz. Oh, it's called Oz the Great and Powerful. NFL dude. NFL dude has knowledge, man.
Thanks, man.
Wizard of Oz has a theme park in North Carolina. Hayden's in Scotland, and he knows about that, and one in Australia. Lars says Roadhouse is one of the best bad movies ever.
Bad movie. Come on. Slow down there. Okay. Let's slow down.
Samantha says I can go straight into 97. Okay. Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, classic. Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal, it's fine.
It's fun. I watched it over the weekend. I liked it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of
fun. Javier says, never heard of Roadhouse, but I know of The Wizard of Oz. Victorious did a parody of Wizard of Oz. It's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, cool.
What is Victorious a TV show?
It's a Disney Channel show. I'm assuming Javier is pretty young. It's a Disney Channel show. Or it was at the time. My kid loves it.
Victorious. Okay. It's a great and powerful. Kane. This has been on for 2 hours. I feel like I am late to the party. Why was I mentioning Kane? Something earlier that Kane liked. Oh, the Brando Sando books.
Oh, the Brandon Sanderson stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah, she's a big fan. There are 40 main continuity Oz novels and over 100 in alternate timelines and continuities. Oh, wow. I don't know if you've won this argument. You beat me in the argument, but the chat is beating you up.
Okay, but it feels like somebody's overcompensating with 40 books. There's only one Roadhouse movie and one reboot of a Roadhouse movie versus 40 books that somebody is clearly overcompensating.
Overcompensating.
All right.
Wizard of Oz is one of my 10 favorite movies. The Scotty Young comics are my favorite art he's ever done.
Beautiful stuff. That's really good.
I do have that. I haven't read it. But, going way back to the discussion we had, nobody addressed. Well, maybe we should just let it go. Never mind. Budget. Good evening. Yes. Good evening, Kane. Yep. Brando Sando. I thought so. Wally Wood also did a great parody of Wizard of Oz. Was that X-rated though? I feel like Wally, or maybe I'm thinking of his Disney stuff.
I don't know.
Kane is at the very end of Oathbringer. Man, what a battle! Do you know what she's talking about?
That is book. That's book 3. No, that might be book 4 of the Stormlight Archive. I finished book 2. I'm reading Warbreaker right now because I have to read Warbreaker before I jump into book 3 because it ties in somehow. I'm not entirely sure right now. Is Oathbringer book 3 or 4? Hold on, that's gonna bother me.
Okay.
Oathbringer. Okay, Oathbringer is the last one that came out. No, Oathbringer is book 3, right? Yeah, book 3 of Stormlight Archive. Yeah, man, that's a series that just keeps getting better and better. He's Jesus.
Cool. Sonny says Oz is one of the longest multi-part Judge Dredd stories and features great art by Brendan McCarthy and Steve Dillon. Chopper also features, so I love it. Eric Shanauer also did a few Wizard of Oz graphic novels. He's the one that wrote the Oz one that Scotty Young drew, right?
Yeah, maybe. I
So.
have a question for Kane, actually. Kane, is Warbreaker necessary for me to read book 3? Because I'm reading it right now and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not loving it as much as some of the main Stormlight stuff. And how, without ruining it, obviously, how much does it really tie in to book 3? Because I really want to jump into book 3 already.
Raphael, welcome. Theme park in North Carolina is open summer up to the beginning of fall. Land of Oz Ski Resort Mountain. Use it to keep tourism when there's no snow. Yeah. Okay. Lou would like the Gregory Maguire Oz novels. They're like dark fantasy political dramas.
Ooh, is Oz is it public domain?
Oh, I think it probably is at this point. I actually don't know.
It might be.
I bet NFL Dude knows that. NFL Dude, is Oz public domain now?
It should be, because that's how Scotty Young was able to do the books, right?
Oh. Good question. Kane says, Kane. Warbreaker was tough for me until I hit chapter 20. Then it was smooth sailing. There's so many references of Warbreaker in Oathbringer. The main characters of Warbreaker make an appearance in Oathbringer. You met one already in Words of Radiance.
I'm assuming that's probably Vasher. He's probably talking about him. I think. Man.
Did that answer your question?
It did, yeah. So I'm gonna power through. I've got like 300 more pages to read of Warbreaker. I'm gonna just power through the rest of it.
She said, "I."
Okay.
Oh, there's a new Omni out, Brubaker Batman Omni. Oh, well, you're welcome for that, because I have the trades that I got, but that was a long time ago. That's really good stuff. That's DC's upping their game. This is good. This is really good news. Hayden says public domain. The 14 Frank Baum novels are. The remaining 40 are not public domain. Okay. So there we go. Also, a certain sword becomes paired with a certain person in white. Spoiler.
Oh, wow. I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together with that. Wow. Yeah, I get that reference. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, he kind of just blew my mind a little bit. Wow, I didn't put that together. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn it. Shit. I didn't put that together. Yeah, he's right.
It's a she, but okay.
Oh, she. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. She's okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense now to me.
Here's NFL NFL Dude with the knowledge. There's been an Oz book added to public domain every year since 2019. I think The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was published in 1900.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, she just blew my mind with that.
Yeah, she says you're good. No worries.
Bezel is okay.
And she also says this. Their alignments are very dangerous. LOL. Wow, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
But that's okay.
What
What are you feeling right now? She's
it's just some stuff because the books are so big, you miss.
Yeah.
It's easy to miss certain things when you're reading these thousand-page tomes of story.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
Javier, thanks for the live, guys. It's helped me with cleaning my room, and I'm still not done. We've been on for
damn
how
it.
long have we been on?
Sorry.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours. So it's
yeah.
Yeah, she totally did. She totally did. So Sethith,
why
the character of Sethith has that blade that's in War. God, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna be on an internet rabbit hole tonight. I know it. I already know it.
Yeah, actually, I think you may have broken him. I've never heard him so kerfuffled.
Well, it's the context between these books and stuff like that. Because the thing is with Brandon Sanderson is that Brandon Sanderson, while we were doing a show, he's probably written 3 more books. He's just that kind of a writer.
Is he like the opposite of George R.R. Martin?
100%.
Is he
100%. Yes. Dude, his output is insane. It's so ridiculous how much of his output is. It's crazy. And he's got this universe that he's building out across all these different books and all these different titles called the Cosmere. And the central thing right now is called the Stormlight Archive. I've talked about this on the show. Matt Miranda actually was the one that turned me on to this. And he's got references all across these different books, all across the stuff that he's putting out. But the thing is with him, he puts out a book or two a year, and it's in the universe, in the overall universe.
A book or two a year?
Yes, it's no joke. This is all while he teaches a college course, does a podcast, runs his business, and tours across conventions. The man is insane.
Wow.
Yeah. So his output is just nuts. And it's become really tough to keep up. So I'm at the point where I'm just reading the main Stormlight archives and the stuff that ties into it. And eventually I'll go back and do the Mistborn stuff and all the other stuff that kind of ties into it.
Kane says Brando Sando wrote another secret project book while editing SA5.
Yeah, Stormlight Archive 5. Yeah, Stormlight Archive it's his magnum opus, is what he says. There's going to be 10 books. Each one of the books so far has been over 1,000 pages, and they're just getting bigger as the series goes on. And he's up to book 4 right now. He's got book 5. I think it comes out later this year.
He wrote 4.5. What's the secret project?
He's got, so I'm not entirely sure because I haven't been keeping up with
this question.
I'm not entirely sure because I haven't been keeping up with it.
Okay.
But these are books that he hasn't announced yet, but he calls them secret projects, and he puts them out. I'm telling you, he puts out a book or two a year at this rate.
Wow.
Yeah. You can find his, and if you're interested in storytelling and how to structure stories and magic systems and stuff like that, you can find his college courses. There are videos of what he teaches in his college courses online for free on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Rhythm of War is ever so slightly longer than Oathbringer.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard had a bad day. Sad day today. Wasn't able to pick up the comics I wanted to pick up because I'd lost my wallet. Oh, wanted to get X-Men 97 Prelude, Ultimate Spider-Man 3, and Superior Spider-Man 5. I am very sorry for you, Richard. That's terrible. What a terrible feeling. Wait. Didn't he raise like 40 million on Kickstarter to publish a book?
Yes, he did.
And was it in this universe or was it a separate thing?
I forgot what the book was, but I'm pretty sure it was probably in the universe.
40 million?
Yeah, he raised a lot. He is very popular right now. He he's not bigger than George R.R. Martin at this moment because he doesn't have a TV show out, and everybody knows who George R.R. Martin is. But if you're into prose reading and if you're into fantasy novels, he's probably the biggest one right now. He's eclipsed George R.R. Martin at this point. Once he's been trying to get the Stormlight stuff off the ground in movies or TV shows for years, and if they do it right, this is going to be the next big thing.
Okay. Well, I'll watch the movies.
With the advantage that he is insanely fast at writing, so he'll actually get this stuff done before the series finishes.
Wow. Secret projects are Tress of the Emerald Sea, Yumi and the Nightmare Painters, Sunlit Man, and the Frugal Wizard's Guide to Medieval England. So not Cosmere related.
They're not related to the stuff he's doing.
Okay. We have a whole prose channel in OmniDog's Discord. That's one of the 2 channels I never visit. I never visit the manga channel either. However, peace and love. I'm glad they're there. We also have food, ice. We have an ice cream and cookies channel. That's fun. We also have the pets channel is very active.
Yeah.
OmniDog's Discord. There it is. Thank you. There is Backer Kit, which did raise 40 million for the leather-bound Words of Radiance. Okay. Richard asks, Jess and Lou, what are some of your favorite indie books of all time?
Ooh.
That's a good one. What's indie?
That depends on what you define. I mean, Rachel Rising is probably indie. Is very indie.
I would say that's indie. Yeah.
Is it Terry Moore or Tony Moore? I always get the 2 mixed up in my head.
Terry.
It's Terry Moore. Terry Moore self-publishes everything. Draws, writes the story, everything. He does that all. Publishes it.
I'm going to have to go into the next room. Just I'm unplugging.
Bone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Bone. Bone is indie.
Bone is indie. Bone's great. That's what Lou has the advantage over me because he can pull stuff without looking at it. And I have to go into the room and say, oh yeah, this book. Oh yeah, that book. Let me turn the dehumidifier off.
Do we consider Image indie anymore?
I think certain Image books are. I would say Invincible's not indie, but some other indie. I think 8 Ball from Fantagraphics is indie. It was way indie back in the 90s. So 8 Ball and Hate are 2 of my favorite indie comics. Super Laugh Hard sent me a ton of British indie stuff. I liked Thistlebone. That was good. Days of Sand. That's indie. That was good. Black Sad. I think Black Sad, even though it's on Dark Horse, well, I guess not. Dark Horse isn't really indie. Blankets. That's indie.
Blankets. Yeah, Blankets, man.
Let's see what else. The Daniel Close books are good. Wilson, Patience.
Is Why the Last Man indie? That's what William Lee is asking.
I don't think so. That's a Vertigo title. It's a good book, though.
It's a very good book.
Even though dialogue has aged poorly, Scott Pilgrim was a titan and spawned a new generation of anime, manga-inspired slice of life comics.
True.
Even I've read Scott Pilgrim, and I enjoyed it.
NFL dude, have you watched the TV show? Because the animated series kind of touches on some of that stuff, on some of the more I hate using this word, but some of the more quote unquote problematic
I
aspects.
knew that was the word you were going to use.
Yeah, on some of the more.
Oh, I know. It's the R word, right?
What?
Is it the R word?
No, just some of the more problematic aspects of the relationships in Scott's life and things like that. And the animated series touches on some of that stuff, and in a way retcons a lot of that stuff.
Oh.
You haven't seen the animated series, right?
I haven't, but I read the books.
Okay. You would do very well, but you would enjoy it because it does not follow, it pivots, and it dramatically pivots, and it changes the trajectory of the entire story.
Wow.
In the first episode. The first episode is largely the beginning of the first book, but something happens at the end of the first episode that pivots the whole story and changes the whole story completely differently.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's worth it.
I should watch it while it's still in my memory banks. I really like that series.
Yeah, the animated show is very good.
And what's it on? Netflix?
Netflix.
In my favorite indie is probably Lady Mechanica.
Nice choice.
I love Lady Mechanica.
Jess, I gotta get going, man.
Okay. Well, we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Yes, sir.
Lots of good discussion.
We made some friends. We made some enemies along the way.
I don't think we made any enemies. It sounded like we had. Sounded like it was actually a really good discussion that I really appreciated everybody participating in on that Reddit thing.
I would like to thank Kane because for the next 3 hours, I'm probably going to be going down a rabbit hole on YouTube for this stuff because I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I'm like still kerfuffled about that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Where can they find you on the internet?
Nowhere really. I mean, I have my old socials, but I never post on any of that stuff. My Instagram is just for my friends and family. That's about it.
Okay. Thanks. Love the stream, guys. Much love to the bros. No Omnibros show tonight. We're only an hour away from where it would have originally been. Lou, if you want to talk more Cosmere, I am on the OmniDog Discord.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Andy, thanks for being here. And peace and love. You can find me on OmniDog's Vault. I just released a video. I released 2 videos today. Overview of Rat Queens and an update on my X-Men collection. So go to OmniDog's Vault on YouTube and OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram, where I actually have things I'm going to post right now on Instagram. I have cat pics and book pics and everything. So there we go. Peace and love. Thank you all for being here. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Lou, for the fun afternoon that we had.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody. Enjoy it.
Good night and peace and love.